community in Oxfordshire. In normal years, the cricket season would just about be getting into full swing at this point. But of course, this is not normal times. So how are Oxfordshire's cricket clubs coping during the pandemic? Ashley Rump from Oxfordshire Cricket is with us on the programme. Ashley, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Jerome. How are you?
Yeah, good, thank you. Really good considering, and I hope everyone listening to this is as well. But what's the health of Oxfordshire Cricket at a time that we really should be enjoying this great April weather and looking forward to what we would hope would be a nice long summer of cricket?
That's the point, isn't it? That we should be kicking off the cricket season, if not this weekend, then the following weekend. Cricket clubs are, under government guidance, are shut at this point in time and unable to take part in cricket. But our role within this as Oxfordshire Cricket is to make sure that we support them through that in any means possible, and in particular at this point in time around their finances and around funding and sourcing money for them.
The Oxfordshire Cricket Board, I know, is trying to help, and is your message to them to say, to the clubs, I mean, you're not in this on your own?
Exactly that. Over the last couple of weeks or months, actually, we've been releasing regular statements around information that's available to clubs. We've also been holding online club webinars where we can present that information to them and give them as much detail as possible. And we're also open to one-to-one support directly with clubs on their individual needs. From
the county team point of view, this should have been the start of a great new era of minor counties cricket, shouldn't it?
Yeah, it should have been. They would have been kicking off with friendlies around about now. Obviously, that's not happening at this point in time, but there was a new rebrand of minor counties into national counties and a real opportunity for Oxfordshire to push forward with a lot of homegrown talent within that.
But that, as we know, isn't going to happen. How do you feel when you look at, for example, the decision taken that we know Test cricket in June, but that the money-making aspects of professional cricket are going to be the ones that are protected, perhaps more so than any other elements of cricket, even the recreational stuff? Do you think that's the right call from the ECB?
Well, the ECB have stated that there'll be no professional cricket before the 1st of July, but what they have done is they've put a support package in place right from the professional game right down to the recreational game. So they put a £20 million funding pot in place that is available to all clubs across the country to support them in this time of need around grants and or interest-free loans. So there's plenty of support right across the game, not just at Test level, but also at grassroots level.
That's the money. But you remember last summer, I'm thinking of Stokes in the Ashes match at Headingley, of course, the World Cup. This whole new, Stokes, of course, sports personality, about 5 different countries at one stage, it felt like. Yeah. Cricket had captured the mood and captured the imagination. And this is such a bad time when you're ready to go with a new season.
It is. We would have been really seeing the benefit of last year, the World Cup and the Ashes, and in particular Ben Stokes' innings at Headingley and his heroics in the World Cup final. One thing we are having to do is adapt, though, and there is plenty of activity out there for people to take at home. So we've just launched our new media campaign of OCB Backyard Cricket today. So chance for people just to video themselves playing cricket in the back garden, recreating special moments like Stokes at Headingley.
I like that.
And share that with us online. There's also activity booklets out there we've put together for the kids to get involved. So whether that be educational sort of word searches and what have you, as well as activities to do at home. And we've partnered with a company called Create Development, who have a product called Real PE at Home. So that's based around families doing activity together. So there's plenty still for people to do if they can't physically get out and get to a cricket club at this point in time.
We've had good weather. Have you been partaking in some backyard cricket?
I have, yeah. My daughter's part of the All Stars cricket programme, so we've had that kit out in the back garden, and she's playing that. So yeah, it's been good to at least do something in the back garden.
And just finally, actually, are you confident that when we are through the other side of this, cricket will be okay as a sport, and Oxfordshire cricket will be okay in general, specifically the clubs in our county?
Yeah, there's a lot of planning going on behind the scenes at this point in time. A lot of work that we're doing and clubs are doing as well to make sure that when we are given the go ahead to get back out, and it is safe to get back out, and that, nobody's health will be at risk, that cricket can get going as quick as possible. And that's really our sort of key message at the moment, is making sure that everyone is safe within cricket in Oxfordshire, keeping cricket in business, and also making those tough decisions to enable cricket to still be here when we can get back out and playing again.
Because I know we're all in the same boat, but I'm thinking there's a couple of areas that I'll be concerned about, like the slips. But generally speaking, social distancing is not the same as, say, rugby, for example, that kind of thing.
No, it's not. But there are certain things we do have to take into consideration. And just because we can get back out and play cricket doesn't mean that we can do it to the same respect as we had done previously. And certain things will have to be considered to adapt within the game to make sure that we adhere to whatever government guidelines are in place at the time.
Well, roll on whenever that is, Ashley. And thank you so much for your time this afternoon.
No problem. Thanks very much, Joanne.